People are still lonely, brother. As much as we have social media, we've got the highest rate of loneliness, yeah? So guess what? It's not working. We assume that people on social media are our friends.
How much do I really want this person in my life still?
Life is about relationships and what your relation is to relationships. You can't be lonely when you got connection.
Mate, that's what it's about. It's seeing someone blossom and shine. And
It changed for me when I stopped feeling sorry for people.
the person you should look after most is yourself.
What if, like, no matter what, your whole aim is to find God in everything? Do you feel like when you're on this growth that you sort of are very isolated in the way you see things and sort of how you show up in life? Do you find that the more you've sort of gotten into true developmental work, application, do you find that you've actually also become very alone in the journey?
Well, yeah, what I find actually, what I've been noticing is, let's say it's a trajectory.
Mm.
I'm moving away from other people. Like I'm moving away, like singling myself out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's. Do you feel like it's conscious, or do you think it happens?
No, I think it's just naturally happening. It's hard to explain. It's like when you see UFO in those movies and the light comes down and starts pulling the person up and you're leaving all of that behind. That's what I feel. I feel like I'm not saying I'm fucking an alien going to another planet. I'm saying that I feel like I'm elevating or moving away from the mass.
Yeah,
the masses.
and that's what I'm saying. And do you feel like when you're on a certain path, whatever that is, man, I feel like it doesn't even have to be on a so-called spiritual level, but if you really wanted to get into the Olympics, if you really wanted to, be good at something, I think there is a path that is traveled alone in that journey itself. I think there is that thing where you will be the one that will get up early. You will be the one that says no to parties. You will be the one that will be dedicating certain time to learning more about certain things. I think there is that path of doing it alone for a little bit. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. There is. It's like the lone wolf.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I was flicking through my phone yesterday because I just moved to the iPhone and remember those things showing us all these
memories,
pictures?
Memories, yeah.
And I saw one of Rome and I was like, oh, he's a little there. And I'm just flicking through and they're giving you like the same timeline kind of thing, pictures and memories.
Yeah.
And the last one was a picture of a road. Almost looks like what's that really long road in America? Goes what do they call it? It's this road, like really long road in America, goes through the desert. And it looked like that. It's just two lanes, one road, and it's not dead straight. It's a bit wavy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see like when there's the heat wave or the heat rays, it looks almost wet in areas.
Yeah.
And then there's canyons and mountains beyond it. I don't know why it was in there. Like I don't remember ever saving it, right?
Mm-mm.
But I looked at it and I was like, fuck. And it just hit me. And I showed Jessie, I go, look at this, look at this. She goes, well, I go, look. I said, isn't that fucking the best thing ever? And she's like, look at me like, oh, okay. And to me, I was like, I could just see one road, two lanes, and it's just going straight towards like mountains.
Mm.
I don't know. For some reason, I was like,
look at this.
I want to be there and walking on that road. I just want to walk that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. So maybe it resonated to me because I'm going through that stage now where I have been feeling like there is something changing dramatically. I've been also sleeping very long hours in the last few days, about 9 hours a day.
Good.
Where usually I'd be disappointed in myself for doing that. But I'm tuning in more to my body and I guess listening to it and going, okay, there's something changing, something's happening. my consciousness and my awareness is elevated more than ever. And how do I know that? Is because I am more sensitive to the things around me, what people are doing and saying, and their behaviors. Not even, they don't have to even say anything, just on an energetic level. Things are a lot more there, like out in the open, that I can sense and feel. Is it our job to drag people with us or walk this path alone for the time being? I think it's very important to walk it alone for the time being. So I'm not getting involved as much into with other people. Mainly paying more attention to what's going on with me and life, and just enjoying the moment, that whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some sort of growth or something happening I can feel within myself at the moment. And yeah, just it's okay to be lonely for that time, or be alone and sit with it, you know.
Yeah, I think it's alone but not lonely.
Yeah, it's not lonely. I guess you're right. Yeah,
you don't feel alone, right? I mean, you feel you are alone, but you don't feel lonely.
No, I don't feel lonely at all. I feel, if anything, like I feel more gratitude, more fuck, what's the word? It's gone from my mind. Abundant. I feel more abundant than ever. I feel healthier and wealthier than ever. But feel like I'm on a path right now by myself, walking.
Yeah.
On that road. That picture right there was like,
yeah, look at
I'm
that.
there,
But
like,
it's true though. See how that things resonate? So you will look at that photo through the lens of where you're at.
Yep.
Do you know? So for you, that destination, knowing that you're heading that way, it ignited you because you're like, yeah, that's where I'm at. You know, but to someone else, they would look that go empty, no one's there, no stimulation. What do you
That's
want to
right.
do? You know, like going through the desert, like, and we're like, yeah, you know.
Yeah,
And
it was nice.
I was asking you on the drive here about like even friendships, you know, because I question friendships a lot, because I think we assume that people on social media are our friends, and communities that are based on activities, our friends. And I asked you, like, do you reckon you have many friends? You know, and we both realized, we knew we actually don't. We don't have a lot of friends. We know a lot of people, but we don't consider them friends. And a lot of people that consider a lot of people friends, you know, we were looking on what would be their connection. It would be like going out, partying, eating, drinking, even running clubs, or hanging out, you know, like even doing activities, you know. And I said, but the deeper essence of having a relationship with a friend, how many people do you reckon you could do that with? How many people do you reckon actually put your name in front of the line if there's an opportunity for you, or even if like someone is saying something about you, stands there and defends you, or if you're going down, they'll be like, you know what, man, I'm going to come with you. Not because they want to lower their standard, but just for the support, because they also know that you're not going down. You might be in a situation that's a little bit tough right now. I'll be there with you, you know? And a friend will also say, no, you're fucking up right now. I'm here, but you got to pull up. And I don't want to carry your load, but I'm here. So if you really think of that, how many people do have friends like that?
Yeah, so I think it's very important on the lens you use, like we just said before. I know people, and I was there where I thought 20 guys around me was my mates. See, back then, my eyes would perceive that and tell my brain that that's my belief system there, that, yeah, they're all my friends. Because why? Because we don't want to bash each other all day.
Yeah.
Because we actually want to talk to each other.
We have a group or other people that we want to bash. We have a commonality.
So we have a commonality, so we're mates. Yeah, but now, and then you hear people when you're younger, they're generally older people saying you can only count, you know, up to 5 friends eventually on your hands. And I think that's big as well. I think 5 is a lot too.
Especially now, man.
Especially now. And we spoke about this on the way up, and I said, look, I probably got 2 or 3 at tops. And I think, it comes back down to, Aish, what or how high you hold friendship, what kind of
Yeah.
value system that is to you, and everyone would have a different one. Yeah. See, a lot of people I find, and I was there, is I would love to call people my friends because it made me feel significant
Mm.
in a way, especially if that person was the person that everyone wanted to be friends with.
Mm.
Right. So the moment you had some sort of interaction, you would feel within you
You're
some sort of
important too.
importance or significance, and go, oh, they paid me attention, or they spoke to me, or they hang out with me for a bit. And then you start to lean in on how you can bring this person closer as a friend,
Mm.
but not for the right reasons. Never would you have considered back then, because you just don't have the maturity level when you're younger as well, to sit there and go, okay, but yeah, would this person support me in the worst times? Would this person, and people get confused. They think you got to be very kind and nice always to your friends, and it's not that. It's if you see your friend distracting, you got to have the care level, the amount of care to go, well, I don't care if it's going to cause an argument between us. I don't care what he's going to think of me or she's going to think of me. My duty of care as a true brother, sister, friend is to tell them once and once only.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, once and once only,
Mm-hmm.
of where they're fucking up, how much you believe in them, remind them of what they're made of, who they've been or who they can be, and then let them do the rest.
Yeah,
But
that's important.
you need to show up once. And also, I don't mean you do that to everyone. You also have to consider, is this relationship or this person something I'm willing to
Worth.
keep?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Because if it's not worth it, because it entangles you a little bit, right? For a
Mm.
moment of time
Mm.
anyway. So you got to assess that and go, how much do I really want this person in my life still?
Mm.
And I think that's what helps you really determine a friendship and what that person means to you, and vice versa.
Mm.
Is you got to look at all of it from every angle.
Yeah, I was watching, like you watch videos and podcasts, and there's a few key terms that sort of pop up with what are those relationship ones? Entangled relationship. What are they called?
Entanglement.
Trauma bonding relationships and stuff. That's right.
right. Yeah.
Even friendships can be like that. Like
100%.
I'm the savior and
commonality, isn't it?
you're the victim person. So I've got to save you. As a
Yeah.
friend, I've got to always give you advice. I've got to always be the one to, be the. And some people feel good with that, right? And initially it does feel good. It does, because you feel like you have the answers to everything. And then and suddenly something switches and you're like, I'm drained.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I constantly have to carry you.
See, especially if you're a giver
Yeah.
type of person that will just
Yeah.
give to
Yeah.
help others or see
Yeah.
people happy, then
Yeah.
you fall into that
Because
trap.
you fall into like, wow, like I can now it goes from support to load.
Mm.
And for the other side, it goes from asking for help to you do it for me. See how it
100%,
changes? And
yeah.
it's like, I noticed that too. And I remember setting clear boundaries straight off the bat, because I was like, it changed for me when I stopped feeling sorry for people. I actually didn't see nothing wrong with them. I didn't feel like they were pathetic or bad or poor them. I actually didn't see them that way anymore. And I was like, no, this is an experience for you. Like, this is what you choose to do. If you're not invested and it's not poking you enough to freaking get off, I'm good with that. I'm really good. I'm going to be here, but I will also not engage with the weight of it,
Mm.
you know? And I do that with my own kids as well. So it's not just a friendship thing, but I think a healthy relationship is like, I don't want to save anyone. I don't want to be the savior. I don't want to be the person with all the answers, as well as I don't want to be the person who loads my mate too, man. Like, take that responsibility too. Like, give them a break too.
100%, yeah.
You do that by actioning the shit they've actually told you. That's how you thank them. Because a friend doesn't really need the thanking. But imagine a friend that sees application, goes, oh, shit, man, thank you, because I spoke to you for about 2 hours.
Mm.
you know, last week, and another 2 hours, and it's like, shit, your thank you is action it.
100%, and we've witnessed that recently as well, and it's very nice to see. And mate, that's what it's about. It's seeing someone blossom and shine and fucking, and you're like, yeah, man, like that's what you should be doing, and that is the best thing you could do in return.
Yeah.
Is to be like, thank you for taking your time and care and effort. I'm gonna take on board what you're saying, and yeah, action comes next.
And I'll tell you something. People
Action
think
comes
people
next.
think like, I'll buy my friend a thank you gift. That is so easy to do.
100%.
So easy to do. Like you can buy anything. I said that is not a thank you. Application is thank you. You know.
Mm.
And I always think about those things. I am like, I feel like a lot of people want really good friends, but I'm like, become that friend.
Mm.
Don't just, you know, want something. I said, you first be that. You offer that up first. And naturally it's reflected back. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think especially in this world where everything is so social media orientated, you know, like my son asked me the other day, do you reckon I'll be able to get the PS5 back? And I said, no. And, you know, 2 weeks ago, I would have said no, but I would have had a little bit of like, oh, you know, because his friends are on it. And it hit me now. Man, I'm supporting artificial friendships.
Mm.
Like, I don't feel bad to say no now because I'm like, that's not the type of relationship I want you to cultivate and grow anyway. I don't want you to have headphones on and talk through mics
100%.
while playing a game,
Mm.
and that's how you're making friends.
Mm.
That's how we're cultivating relationships.
Mm.
And so now I'm like, no, actually, I will take you. Whose house do you want to go to?
Yep.
I'm like, I will take you there. What do you want to do? And I didn't feel bad. And I think, you know, thank God I have a little bit of that in me because I've really, really started to go back and look at what is precious. Seriously, dude, it's what is precious. And to me, it's having real conversations, a real cup of coffee. Hey man, what are you doing? Something that good happened to me. I share it with you straight off the bat. It's like it's not even a thought process. Something just happens, takes over. I'm like,
Yeah.
look what I did.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
friends should do. Or if I need you, I'll be like, hey, it's that thing, you know. And I want to teach my kids that you might have 5 friends, but mate, make it vulnerable relationship, intimate relationship,
Yeah.
true relationship, deep relationships. Give something, gain something, have conversations, see if you can solve each other's things and engage in other things and deepen your. And I don't know why we're in this, you know, crazy belief that we need so many people on so many devices in order to feel like, oh yeah, you know, I have exactly what you said, so many friends and that. And I go, people are still lonely, brother. As much as we have social media, we've got the highest rate of loneliness, yeah?
100%.
So guess what? It's not working. But imagine just 2 people having coffee for 40 years catching up at a cafe. I promise you they won't say that they're lonely.
100%.
Promise you those 2 men that go in a little village up the cobble steps, meet at the local cafe, have a coffee every single day, bet you they won't be lonely.
They're not. And I've actually brought on 2 team members for Iconic. They've been friends for 30 years.
Those 2?
Yeah,
Oh,
they've
I
been
didn't
friends
know
for
that.
30
That's
years.
sick, bro. We're
How
halfway
funny
there.
is this? Where they met.
We're halfway there.
100%. And the gym they met at, I was working out when I was 18.
What?
How weird is that?
What?
Yep.
Which gym?
Rebound. Remember Rebound in Webb Street in
Yeah.
Warren? Yeah. They met at Rebound
No shit.
there, and I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "I used to open up Rebound. I used to do the morning shift there when I first got my PT certificates and that done."
That's insane.
And yeah, look, fucking crazy. 15 odd years and plus more later, they're part of my team at Iconic now. But they've been friends for 30 years. They catch up every Friday morning, and they go to is it Friday or Saturday morning? One of them, and they meet up at the lake or whatever they're doing. They go for their walk, and I don't think they sit there on social media interacting all day with each other, you know. And they're friends, man. Like I watch them bond and that. They're friends. They're
Yeah.
proper. If
Yeah.
one gets a job somewhere, the other one's coming. Like 2
They're
for
a
1
crew,
deal. Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? They're a crew.
Yeah, they're a crew.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you look at it and you go, fuck. And I was looking at him the other day and I was listening to him talk and watching him interact. And I'm like, fuck, man, 30 years.
Mm.
I'm 33. You know what I mean? 30
Wow.
years. And they're still there together doing their
Yeah.
thing. They're doing life right, man. They're
Yeah.
experiencing life
Yeah.
the right way. That's a friendship. They're excited for each other's accomplishments. They're just as disappointed as each other for when the downfall of something happens. And, you know, one's taken off for holiday. The other one's more excited than her nearly. I'm like, what the fuck's
Yeah.
going on? Do you know what I mean?
How cool's that?
Yeah, there's no, I don't see enviness. I don't see,
Because you can't be lonely when you got connection. That's the
Nah.
old thing. Like, so many people start communities, and I was talking to my kids about it.
mm,
I was like, you know, the problem is like when people start. Oh, look, we definitely want to be a part of the community, the big human community grow. But I tell you something straight out. I don't want it to be about, hey man, we're going to tell you what to do because we're the community leaders. And no, I want it to be like a tribe. Like you can do basket weaving, well, you should then take your speciality and then help that person. And I shouldn't have to get involved to do that. Like everybody just works as a like, what
100%.
can I offer? What can I receive? Like should be a community based on just community, you know, not like, oh, there's leaders and all that stuff. No, like there's leaders in many places, but I think have that space too where it's like how it used to be the neighborhood. This guy was good at barbecues, that lady was good at
It
baking.
becomes its own ecosystem, man.
Yeah,
Like everything
yeah,
that's life
yeah,
in there,
yeah.
you know?
I watched a really good snippet from, it was a Jay Shetty clip, and it said someone was talking about romantic relationships and all that stuff, and he made a really good point. And you know, only now do I really understand it. People that seek love, and they always seek in love, and I was like, it's really interesting, but I've never had that sort of, I don't know, I've never had that.
Not me
Okay.
either, yeah.
But I've always been fulfilled with love. Okay.
Mm.
It's really weird. And
You've never felt not loved.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, same.
And he said something that I'm like, that's it. That's what it is. Because I never put romantic relationship above relationship with my child or my mum and dad or
Yeah.
my friend. Like, man, I've felt so good as a woman with my guy friends. I felt so seen, held, heard, protected, safe. And I realized that's why I didn't have, you know, issues with that because I didn't put a name or a type of relationship above another. I just took that love that you gave me as my friend, as a brother. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna receive that. And I felt so good. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel different. And remember we were talking about how when you think your person is special, you're the special one, well then everybody else that has to become not that special, right? And then that's why we have so much issues about like this is my person, so my person's special, everybody's not. But when you start to receive love from everywhere, you realize that there's so many loving people around, bro.
100%.
There's so many
100%.
amazing relationships you can have.
100%.
So many. Like I still have friendships from high school that are my guy friends that they still laugh at like how I used to roll, you know, and I love that because why are those relationships any less? Why should I not claim that love and why should I not give that love back, you know?
100%. And I think when you start realizing that you're in love with life, right? And when you're in love with life, see, it's expansive, yeah? To feel like you just need to be showered with love by that one person, your partner, whoever, and the moment they don't show you that love, you feel insignificant, or I wouldn't be looking at that person as the issue. I'll be looking at other areas of my life and myself and going, why do I feel like that the moment this person is occupied or busy or doesn't show me on a consistent level the same thing?
Yeah, that's
why
hectic.
so quickly does life become from being this
Big
beautiful
thing,
to just I feel lonely again? You got to look internally, number one.
Bro,
You got
that's
to see
hectic.
what's going on here. It's not that person.
No.
Right?
And it shouldn't be listen, that does my head in because that's not that person's job either.
It's not.
That would do my head in big
not.
time. Yeah.
It's
as
not,
a friend,
because
even.
that's load,
That's load.
right?
I
As
don't
a
want to
friend
carry
even,
load,
100%.
even as a friend.
If I've got to keep being there,
hey,
it's
check
then
in.
exhausting.
It's exhausting.
And the person you should look after most is yourself. Number one. If you're not looking after yourself, you're not going to be at your prime for everybody else around you. You're not going to be at your
100%.
highest level and the most resourceful or useful friend or
Mhm.
lover or anything, right?
Yeah.
So always revert back to how it makes you feel. If it is putting a negative constantly on your life and loading you up, go, hang on a sec. If I'm going to fucking fall down here, I'm going to be useless to everyone else I have relationship with too.
Yeah.
So I feel that honestly, I've never felt like someone who has lacked love or needed love to feel okay or to feel happy.
Or like extra love has to come so you feel complete and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
never, man. Like, never. Dude, I told you on the way here, I look at some cars and I'm in love. Cars,
Yeah.
man. I look at some cars and
Dude,
I'm like,
I could look at a
fuck.
building and go,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, 100%.
Like that picture on my phone, I felt love when I saw it. I was like, take me there now.
Yeah.
And I think when you start seeing that, I don't want people to think that their love is any less important or significant.
Exactly.
It's not, because that's an insecurity as well, right?
Exactly.
But in order to be happy and properly happy and be present and be satisfied and not fall into these patterns of depression, anxiety that 90% of the fucking culture and society we are living in is suffering from, and it's only escalating, right? We need to fall in love with life.
Yeah. And I
We
realized
need
something.
to.
The only time you ever want to control your special person, how they love, right, is when you're super insecure.
It's insecurity.
Because I realized that, man, like, if you want that love for yourself only and you can't understand that love is for everything, even the way a furniture is made, it's love, right? To appreciate, right? Then exactly what you said, that person has to flip it around, look at themselves and go, shit, how come, what a part of me feels like there is a space that is not loving in here, that I need that person to feel that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, otherwise you would be like, of course, I'm full, like everything's beautiful. Like, and beauty, I think, again, has an association depending on like who's using it. So you can think beautiful means just for females and males, but you can see beauty in a sunset, in a beetle, in the eyes of a dog, in a child's messy hair. I think we need to understand that beauty is defined by who's looking, and that it's really important to start to find beauty in creation, because this world has been created by the divine, and our job is to actually find beauty in everything. And it could just literally be in a pile of poop. Like, can you find beauty in that poop?
Yeah, well, it's what you mentioned yesterday
Yeah.
about Preston Smiles.
Yeah.
When he said he had to find God in a public toilet.
Yeah, that was the best story.
That was
that was such a good, like, that was a
I repeated
solid.
that to Jessie last night.
Good on you.
I got home. I
Yeah.
said to her,
It's
and
funny,
her
isn't it?
ears pricked up when I mentioned his G-Wagon. She's like, he's got a G-Wagon. I said, yeah.
It's
So
because
I
you
go-
found God
I
in the
said, "Good.
toilet, bro.
I threw the bait. I've got your hook. Now pay attention to the rest of my story. I was like, yes,
I
babe.
love it, bro.
I said he had to find God everywhere. He had
Yeah.
to find God in a public toilet. He sat there panicking that his daughter's touching everything like I do. I did that not long ago.
Me too. I'm like,
Don't touch nothing. And Savannah, fuck. I go, Savannah, don't fucking touch anything.
We've all done it, man.
Wash your hands. Do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's like even in times of panic,
Yeah.
you have to find divine.
And it was so funny after that episode, I was like, wow, like, what if, like, no matter what, your whole aim is to find God in everything? It's like, dude, how can someone really piss you off? How can you actually be, like, you can feel in a moment, you can feel triggered.
Yeah.
But when you really say, okay, I'm going to find God in this, bro, straight off the bat, you're like, sweet, that's my job.
it's
Like,
like-
you can't win. You will never be able to win, because if you're going at me and my thing internally is like, okay, I need to find God in you, who do you think's going to outlast? You think that hate or that thing, or is it going to be me saying, you do that, I'm still going to get up one more time and try and look for God in with you because I know it's
100%.
there.
100%. And you know what, man? It's a vicious cycle because it's okay. Get angry, get mad,
Mhm.
fucking defend yourself. Don't let people cross boundaries that shouldn't be crossed,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to disrespect for yourself.
Yep.
Respect yourself.
Yep.
But again, don't act fucking naive to the fact that all the science is there now. We know what that type of stress
Does.
and anxiety does to us. So
Yeah.
don't act shocked
Don't be
when shit's
silly.
happening to
Yeah.
you on a physical level.
I don't
And
get
then
it.
you, what? For 6 years you didn't want to talk to this person.
Yeah.
For 6
Yeah.
years you hated on this person. For 6 years or 10
You're
years.
trying to hurt someone. You're trying to
You're
get
trying to
back
hurt
in
someone,
them. You're
you've
trying
used
to
them
be vengeful.
100%.
Okay, let's see where it goes
So,
in another couple
On a
of years.
deeper
Yeah.
level, you held on to that.
Bro, it's
It
like,
beat you up.
as a
That's
saying, it's
it.
like I'm drinking the poison thinking you're going to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. So I
Yeah.
think, a lot of people need to understand that. And it's okay to get angry. And I'm very proud and grateful that during these years of us doing what we do now and doing mainly a lot of the work for ourselves, that I've gotten to the point where, yes, I can fucking rage a little bit on you.
Yeah.
But
Rage is
hey,
great. Rage is
10
great.
minutes later, it's sweet. I'm
It's a
back.
good- yeah.
I'm back to
Regulated. You're
I'm back to
co-regulated.
co-regulated. I forgot what it was about.
Yeah.
I've moved on and happy days. And
Yeah.
what I've started to realize is, on the other end, is the person on the receiving end of that is still fucking holding on to shit.
I'm going to.
Do you know what I mean? And then I get shocked. I go, fuck. I go, hang on. I used to be like that. And I did. Who asked me something the other day? Someone asked me,
I'm gonna
fuck.
show you a well, I think I deleted it, but it said 75% of inflammation, disease, and all these chronic illnesses, right, in women, and Gabor Mate talks a little bit about this too. And guess why that? Because we repress and suppress our emotions, especially anger and stuff. So you trying to be a good person, you trying to do the right thing, and all that stuff. It's not doing you any good. So it's your system's telling you this is not the way.
Yeah.
Society told you it's the way because it serves them, but the system said don't do it because it's obviously not working for you. But people are doing it. Less than 1% of diseases, do you know, are actual genetic, man? And everything else is the epigenetic, which is the environment.
Which we can change.
Right? And guess what? The victim person goes, no, it's not my fault. It's out there. And I was like, that's really interesting. So everybody, like I said, again, everything is to do with relationships. But basically, life is about relationships and what your relation is to relationships, right? How do I relate to myself? How do I relate to emotions? How do I relate to situations and circumstances? Everything is to do with that. And the more that you keep like trying to put it on someone, the more that you'll be keep like in that cycle of like something else has
100%.
popped up now, something else has happened now, something else, and it's always like putting out fires, and you're like, but it's not me. Do you know what I mean? It's not me. But you just run around fucking putting out fires all day.
And then what happens is, fuck my life.
Yeah.
Fuck my life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
And why should that person have that?
Yeah,
I should have had. You know what I mean? Like you're never
or life
happy.
is shit. Life is against me. Life. Nah, man. Fuck. You're not that fucking important.
You're
Do
not
you know
that
what I mean?
special,
You're
mate.
not that special. Life's gonna be
Yeah.
like, today I'm fucking
Yeah,
you.
you are the one that I
No.
have picked. You. Yeah.
No, it's just the way you're seeing things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man. Like someone was saying to me the other day. Oh, because I said, fuck my digestive and that. I'm very in tune with my stomach. That's for me. When I have stress, anger, I'm very good at rolling with the punches, and I know there's a 3 to 4 week period where it's a delayed response on a physical level. And
If
my
you've taken a
body
bit of extra pressure.
If I've taken extra pressure, I
Yeah.
know that
It's coming.
I'll be sweet. Like I do what I got to do to get through there, but it's coming about 3 or 4 weeks later.
Yeah, and that's true.
And it'll show up. I'm like, yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Shows up and I go, cool, time to rest, time to regulate. And they said, oh, but aren't you doing like breath work and that? I go, yeah, I do that every day. I said, imagine I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
I said, do you want to see what I was like?
Yeah.
Because I can remind everyone quickly that, yeah, it was not fucking nice. But I said, I've punished my body and neglected it for many years when I was younger, just on an emotional level, and hey, if a bit of it is still there to remind me, cool, I'm okay with
Cool.
that too.
Yeah.
Because without it reminding me, I don't know when to take a step back. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a bad thing.
Mate,
You are actually
I'm losing
getting,
my license for 6 months.
by the way, guys.
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah. But everyone's like, oh, Dad called me. He's like that. I said, Dad, to be honest, I'm happy.
I need a
I'm
break.
glad. Because
Yeah,
I
I
go,
need a
Dad, I
break.
need a break.
I
It's-
need a break.
I said, if it slows me down and keeps
Yeah.
me a little bit more around my family, my home, and lets me.
Nah, you're pretty good. You
Oh, but
don't
no,
go
I'm
anywhere.
wrapped because I said,
You know what
I
it is? You're
feel like
busy. You are a lot busy
I'm
though.
very busy. Yeah, I don't go out.
No,
and that.
but you're
No.
busy, dude. So that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
busy.
I reckon it's
Dude,
good
how
that
often
you,
am I away from my
Never.
fucking family and kids?
No, only when
Never.
you're working. Other
That's
than
right,
that,
but
never.
my work is
never.
like
never.
90% of my life, yeah?
Yeah.
And
No, but that's what I'm saying. You work or it's your family. You
100%.
I've never seen
Nah.
you go out.
So
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck, if anything, I'm going to just spend more time with family, with you.
that's
I'll
it.
be able to work on
Geometry.
being human more, geometry. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, well,
So I sit there
100%.
and I can understand from my father's perspective. He's looking at me
He's
going,
the best.
fuck, like it's going to bring hardship. I'm like, no,
No.
life is bringing me what I need.
Yeah.
Because it knows I was a stubborn
Life,
fucker.
and life needs you to not like be at that pace, bro.
That's right. And it knows
100%.
I'm
Yeah.
stubborn. It knows I'm
Yeah,
stubborn. So
yeah.
it sent me a signal,
Yeah.
Said, all right, dickhead. Now
There
you
you
have
go.
no
6
option.
months. Yeah.
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 And I still tried to fuck with it.
Yeah.
I was like, should I go?
Yeah.
Get locked
Yeah.
up, do weights,
yeah.
fucking
yeah.
shit. I'm like, nah,
yeah,
stupid.
Mm.
I'm like, I'm not going to push my fucking thing. I'm going to say, hang on.
What is a blessing in this?
Yeah, what's the blessing in this? Cool.
Mhm.
6 months, perfect. I worked it out. Yeah, great, done. It's going to happen in the period of time where I do need to settle down a little, pull away
Yep.
from there, put more focus here.
Mhm.
And then it's over the holiday period as well, where I
Perfect.
get to spend more time with my kids. So wife and
worked out
kids, mate,
perfect. Yep,
done.
yep,
Perfect.
Yep.
And that's what I mean. It's like the old version of me would be, oh, fuck my life, fucking this, fucking that.
Mm.
All right, I was fuck for a day.
Do you know what's
Moved
cool
on.
too? Do you know what's cool too? Think about it. Like we really
Oh,
we
Carlo's going to bleep everything out, isn't he? Because I say fuck all the time.
no fuck's allowed.
What was the other word?
See.
Oh,
Yeah, don't say that.
Can't
No,
say
don't.
GCs here.
No, you can't. F's
Ah,
allowed, but no.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Mm.
No, but you know
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, fuck that.
don't. But you know what's really good too? Have you noticed? Thank God. Like it's cool, man, that we roll together too. Like we like the similar things and we've grown at a very similar pace so that even though we're doing very weird things compared to our normal sort of crew, at least we have each other to sort of do this stuff with. Like I'll talk to you about geometry, I'll send you patterns, you're like, that's so cool. And have you noticed that even though there's not 100 people, we are so excited. It's just the two of us, and we're acting like it's a fucking rock concert.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
that's the best.
Because it's like so much energy
Mate,
behind
it
what we're
is a rock
doing.
concert.
And I
It's
was like,
bigger.
dude, it's just the two of us in a car, and we're going off for like. And I was like, isn't when you're on track, when your passion is like lit. I have not ever been out with you partying ever.
No.
I've never been out doing stuff with you ever.
No.
We've never been in environments where it's very, very, like, activating. But we've sat in cars, we've sat in podcasts, we've sat at a cafe table, and we were like, no one else existed, and
It
we
had
were
the
like,
best time, honestly.
best times, right? So
Best.
it's like, look when you're connected, man, and when you're
Yeah.
on track, and when you're doing things that elevate you and open your heart. These are the relationships we talk about. These are the friendships that you want to cultivate, and
100%,
it
man.
and it's like,
It brings so much joy to your life.
honestly,
Love
man.
joy.
And then, it flows on to everything. Like, it's just like you move around as that. And it's okay if people don't. The good thing is my friends know. Because they'll say, hey, do you want to come to dinner? I'm like, nah, doing geometry. And they just know. They'll just, I just shut it down. And they know I'm weird like that. So
that's the best.
they know,
because
bro. They know I'll punch someone too, but they
That's
know
what
that
me-
I'm doing geometry on a Saturday.
It's the
Don't
best because
ask
they'd
me.
hang up and go, this bitch doing geometry. But they love it.
Yeah,
Like, they're
because they
still-
know, like, no.
And they wouldn't be like bagging you
No,
about it.
'cause
They'll
then
be
they'll
like,
choke 'em
fucking-
out.
Yeah, but good on you. Like fucking sick
Yeah,
bitch, you
nah,
know?
they love me
Like
for
they're
that.
not going to be upset.
Nah.
Why don't you come
No,
anymore?
nah,
You fuck
nah.
off.
And they know I've set that standard. Like, I'll hang out with you and we'll do these. We'll have a barbecue and stuff. But if you tell me go out, I just don't. I don't go out. So I'm like, nah, I'm doing geometry, or I'm with my kids, and they know. They will shut it down because they know. Don't even ask me after that. It's a no.
Mm,
Like it's a
mm.
no, you know, because I'm very good with that.
But they're the good friends.
Oh, I love it. And they're
They're the
so
good
different.
friends.
Like I'm talking about Lauren too, right?
Oh, she's the
Lauren's the
best.
best. She goes out here, she goes out there. She's like, I can't believe we're mates, right?
Mate, she killed me when she done her neck. And she's walking.
Oh, she did her neck the other day.
Like
She had
that.
to go get freaking injections
she's
again.
pissed
no, she
off.
did. Lauren, I know why I did your neck, bro.
Oh, fuck. Fucking Lauren.
I love it.
She's the
But me
best.
and her are so freaking different. And she'll go, hey, this is what she asked me. She goes, hey, you know, I'm going to have dinner. Do you want to come? I go, who's going? And she names one other friend. And I know they're always dolled up. I go, no.
Done.
I don't know where you're fucking going. Like, you're going to
Yeah.
a fashion show. Like, it's never going to be me,
Yeah.
you know? And I
Yeah.
go, I'll come to your house for a Barbie, but that's about it, you
Mm,
know? And she's the best because we have such a solid friendship. But that's because she loves me for who I am. And I love her.
100%.
And I've never gone out with her, man.
100%.
We
man.
just hang out though, you know?
She's
So
got- she
I
got a
love,
good- yeah,
yeah,
good heart, good heart.
beautiful heart. Lauren, shout out.
Shout out Loza.
Loza! yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But yeah, so value these things, man. Like, come back to. I mean, this is what Be Human is like. I want to come back to like real connections. Those fucking we sing in the car. Just want to, you know, like I want to end this podcast by saying how much fun do we have singing R&B and stuff on
Fucking
our
oath.
drives back from the airport at fucking 1 a.m. in the morning, tired as fuck. And we're like, another kilometre, bro. Let's just drive another kilometre so we can
100%.
finish the song.
And then the fucking cops, party poopers. You fucking party poopers.
And
Fuck.
we just had what seriously 3
But,
a.m. bro. Like how much
Mate,
fun do
and,
we
and,
have?
And you know what? When I have time to sit there for a bit and I see the future of Be Human and what we're creating here and what we're cultivating is fuck, man. We're going to
Yeah.
have this community that is sharing exactly the moments we're talking about
Yeah,
with the masses,
yeah,
a big family.
yeah.
It is fucking phenomenal, man. Like, seriously, if
Kids
that is
being
not
kids, man.
a
Like
purpose to live
yeah,
and push yourself and be in love with this life,
yeah,
what the fuck is, man?
yeah.
What is?
100%.
What is? Yeah, so I think even on that note, I love our conversations, man.
Yeah,
I
love you,
fucking
dude.
do. And I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy this as well.
Yeah,
And if you feel called to reach out, even if you just want to fucking get to know us a bit more,
mm.
seriously, if you want to get to know us a bit more, hit us up.
Honestly, like I wouldn't
us
mind
up.
having people that are doing amazing things. And this is because I always feel like it's always like going after the big people and stuff. I don't want to do it that way. I want like just normal people in normal life that are starting at at the grassroots, doing cool stuff, have ideas, have started implementing.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I would love to have them on our podcast
100%.
because it really takes guts to start at grassroots, bro,
Yeah.
and just start.
Because that's where the naysayers are.
Yeah,
Once
that's
you climb to
yeah.
the top, people just believe you because you're up there.
Absolutely. So, if someone's out there or you know someone, you want to suggest someone that's doing like really cool things and
Yeah, hit us up.
hit us up,
100%,
man. Would love to
100%.
have them on our podcast as well.
100%. And keep an eye out for events that we're going to run towards the end of the year as well.
Mm-hmm. We're also going to bring out a new design for our merch.
Yep. More
Doing all that.
trendy designs.
Yeah.
That's all we wear, obviously, from now on.
Yeah.
So even for our own preference, we like to wear trendy shit.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Subscribe, guys. Follow,
Like,
share,
share.
support. If you don't, oosh, oosh, oosh. No, we're just
Ooh, ooh.
that was nice.
Yeah.
The fucking
Back, I'm back, bro.
The fucking rip. Aisha's gonna start boxing. She ordered some gloves.
Yeah.
She's gonna
With
be
Jack.
back in there.
Back. I need that, man.
Yeah, with Jack. He's gonna train you,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Lyons.
Yep.
Shout
Man.
out to the homie Jack Lyons,
Me and Zuz,
keeping it real lion,
100%.
not pussycat. Yeah, man, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Shout out and see you next time.
And celebrate your friends, man.
100
Celebrate them.
Celebrate them 100%. And also, really, I think take time to reassess your friends.
Friends, yeah.
Reassess your friends, especially if you're looking to progress in life and you're wondering why you're not.
And dude, be a fucking solid friend. I would say even that first. Be a solid friend. Don't be a ball breaker, man. Stop
bust the
wanting. Yeah,
balls.
don't bust balls.
You know those
dude.
things you crack
Finished.
walnuts with? Those, don't
Ooh,
fucking be
don't be
them.
one of those. They're fucking hectic.
They're
Yeah,
hectic.
nah, don't.
Be the walnut, not the thing cracking the walnut.
Be the walnut.
Oh,
oh, dude.
fuck.
Well, let's just end it here.
Let's end it there.
Carlo.
That's it.
That's it. We're done, Carlo.
Carlo.
Cheers,
You don't have to
man.
bleep nothing. There was no
No, there was no.
see you in Northern Territory. Well, it's okay to put on your fucking car the sticker, but you can't say it.
Oh, absolutely.
Peace out, guys. Be
Cheers.
human. Take care.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We hope that you enjoyed it.
Don't forget, guys, to please subscribe. Check out our website to stay up to date with events, merch, and just to get in touch with us.
Also, follow us on Instagram. We post a lot of good shit and funny shit.
You'll find that at the Be Human Movement. Until next time, guys, please remember to be human.